Fish are one of the most diverse vertebrate factions in the game, which explains why you can find so many different playstyles. One of the most popular is the tank, which isn't a bad option due to the high life and at least decent damage that tanks usually have. And while sharks and sunfish generally steal the spotlight when it comes to tanky fish, they aren't the only options. One of the alternatives to those builds is the grouper, which will be the focus of today's video. Quick disclaimer: groupers are quite diverse, with over 150 builds available to choose from. Their base stats can also vary wildly, so for the purpose of this video, we will only be focusing on the largest and more viable groupers, such as the Queensland and Goliath grouper. I mean, come on, the smallest groupers aren't that different base stat-wise to other small fish, so I'm pretty sure nobody wants me to analyze those in depth. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the playstyle and base stats of the grouper. Groupers are one of the more powerful and well-rounded fish species. Most of these builds live in coral reefs and can be both ambush predators or active hunters. Groupers can be a force to be reckoned with, and given their size and power, they can feed on large fish, cephalopods, crustaceans and even small sharks. Their base stats are certainly nothing to scoff at either. First, their damage. Groupers can deal decent damage to their enemies, while their bite damage is relatively weak for their size, due to the fact that they swallow prey whole instead of ripping it to pieces. Groupers have a large mouth and, unlike the moray eel which we discussed in our last video, possess a powerful suction ability which is able to pull prey towards their mouth from a significant distance away. This is aided by their teeth, which although can't deal good damage, can help hold onto prey and allow them to be sucked into the mouth. This allows groupers to easily swallow large enemies like sharks, giving them a wider array of potential XP sources. In terms of defense, there isn't much to talk about, other than the fact that the grouper has scales like most other fish, which aid in bacterial resistance and slightly in attack resistance. In terms of intelligence, the grouper has this stat more leveled up than most would expect. More on it later. In terms of life, groupers are some of the largest, tankiest and most powerful bony fish in the Anthropocene. They can grow up to around 2.5 meters in length and weigh more than 800 pounds, giving them the capability to, as mentioned previously, take down most other fish in their habitats in PvP. However, their size is disadvantageous when it comes to mobility, making groupers mediocre at best in terms of speed. This is why most groupers are ambush predators, since their size and subsequently low mobility makes chasing down prey harder. In terms of stealth, well, groupers aren't exactly hard to spot due to their size. What surprised me the most while doing research for this video is that some groupers actually spent XP on color change, changing their coloration to match their mood and environment. However, this is mostly limited to the smaller grouper builds, and understandably so, because if something like a Queensland or Goliath grouper tried to change their color, let's put it this way, they would still stand out. Thus, for the larger groupers, the trade-off for power and size is stealth and mobility. Anyways, let's take a look at their special abilities. The larger groupers, which are the ones I am covering in this video, really only have one special ability, their suction. This suction, as I mentioned previously, allows groupers to suck in prey from a significant distance away, which combined with their large size and huge mouth, make it much harder to escape a grouper once you're in its range. Anyways, now that that's done, let's discuss the groupers' powerful and intelligent team strategies with other players. Groupers have been seen cooperating with two other builds, the moray eel and the octopus, the former of which we've already discussed in our last video, and so we'll ignore this time around. You see, groupers are powerful hunters in open water, but they cannot do anything about fish simply hiding in crevices, given their large size. So, when groupers find prey that's out of their reach, they will look for an octopus and signal to the player that they have found a place to get free kills. The octopus will usually follow the grouper and start using its tentacles to try and grab the fish. This would obviously be very intimidating, so fish would have to choose between getting caught by the grouper or getting caught by the octopus. Similarly to the grouper-moray combo, this tactic is very overpowered, given how it also leaves the prey with nowhere to run or hide. This, combined with their good base stats and few bad matchups, make groupers one of the most powerful species of fish in the game, being preyed upon only by some other very powerful builds like barracuda and sharks, which is why I place groupers in A tier. held back from top tier only by their lack of powerful defenses against predators, like damaging bites or fast speed. Comment down below what you would like to see on the channel next. Hit that like button with an octopus and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with all your grouper friends on social media. Thanks for watching, and just to let you know, I thought long and hard about whether groupers are A tier or B tier.